die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
What is up, my beautiful mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video we're going to be looking at Hindu Kush by Mancera. But before we get into that, if you like the content I make here on YouTube, please consider hitting that big red button down below, subscribing to the channel, and also if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. But if you dislike it, give it a thumbs down, that's perfectly okay too. So let's talk about some fragrances. Starting things off, I wanted to talk about the presentation. The overall packaging for Mancera's Hindu Kush is pretty nice. You've got the Mancera logo all over the golden pouch, and then you've got the branding right there as well. It's very luxurious, luxe, maximalist. It looks pretty decent. I'm generally not a fan of like packaging and designs like this, but they pull it off well here. And as for the bottle itself is on the more minimal side, and I will say magnetic cap, always a nice touch. And then yeah, you've got the logo right there. These Mancera fragrances are typically going to set you back well over $150 Australian. I often see them on eBay, if you can find them there, for over $200. I got this one, I offered the seller $150 Australian and he accepted. It was sprayed once. I've worn it a couple of times since purchasing it. It's a very powerful scent straight out of the atomizer. In my experience wearing Hindu Kush, it is very strong, so be careful of how many times you spray this one. Similar to Nasimoto's Black Afgano. In fact, I would say this is probably a little stronger. It projects better than Black Afgano. Black Afgano sort of sits on your skin a little bit more, but the performance is pretty similar. This one is a 24-hour scent. It's incredibly powerful. You've got these deep resinous amber notes here. It sort of reminds you of an overly sweet tree sap. And then obviously, being a Kush fragrance, you've got this really smoky, incensey sort of cannabis note as well, but it doesn't smell disgusting or vile how you may imagine it to smell. It's almost floral, and it's definitely herbaceous. The way the cannabis is presented here is very nice, very classy. And yeah, the fragrance itself, it does have this Middle Eastern vibe to it. It's incredible. It's definitely one of the most powerful fragrances that I own. Performance, like I said, is 24 hours plus. If you spray this on your clothes, you're going to have to wash your clothes a couple of times. That's how powerful this one is. And I'll just let you have a look at the bottle again. I think it looks really nice. The packaging is a little luxe, but the bottle itself is on the more minimalistic side. And yeah, at $150, it's good value, but over that price, it doesn't really matter what brand it is, what fragrance it is. Anything over the $100 mark in general is pricey, and it's going to be out of reach for most people. What I like about these high-profile cannabis sort of fragrances is that they typically have like a deep resinous quality and a very classy smoky note, and Hindu Kush is absolutely no exception. It's a very classy fragrance, and I feel like if it didn't have like the sort of the weed name, people would be more willing to try it and give it a wear. But as it stands, it's going to be off-putting to some people. I mean, fragrances like with these sorts of names would generally be off-putting to me, but I'm a sucker for smoky, incense-based fragrances, so I had to try this one out. Most Mancera and Montel fragrances have exceptional performance for the price, so you do really get what you pay for. And as far as value goes, these two brands in particular are the better value when it comes to niche, really high-end designer stuff. So if you're after something that performs well, definitely check out Mancera or Montel. And if you've ever worn Hindu Kush before, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Anyways, until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.